Hello guys, just wanted to say hi and to show you a couple of improvements, major improvements for me that I have achieved in the last couple of days. So after my hip operation, my operation was done laterally, so they cut through abductors, the muscles that abduct your leg, as in they move the leg out and in. And from when I was in hospital, one of the exercises I have to do now for 6 weeks is leg abduction in bed and standing up. So standing up has not really been a big issue for me. It's actually been okay. But the bed version of it, in hospital, I struggled. I couldn't even move it, even a millimeter. It just would not move on its own. So I used a strap for it. That strap, which was also my leg lifter. And then gradually, even up until yesterday, the movement was so tiny and it really hurt my knee, because I don't think I was doing basically, anyway, it was really challenging for me. So I wasn't using the strap yesterday, and I went to see a physio because I was starting to become quite concerned that my leg is not producing enough lateral movement. And he reassured me that it was okay. It was only 8 days into the recovery. And today I woke up and obviously doing all my exercises. I've got about 12 standing and seated exercises. And when I was doing my lateral movements, the miracle just happened and my leg just went all the way out on its own. So it just goes to show that it does take time for some people, maybe longer for some people. They might be able to do it from maybe day one, depending on the type of the surgery and the type of the incision, whether it's posterior, lateral, or anterior. So I'm going to show you what the stages I have been through with this particular movement, and just to basically demonstrate that the progress really is happening. It might be happening quite slowly. Well, I don't think 2 weeks is too slow, but for me, because this was literally the only exercise out of all the 12 exercises that I couldn't do at some point at all, and then there was just a tiny improvement, and then today it's like it just improved by 185% out of the blue. So I'm very pleased about it. So I'm going to show it to you. So this is what it was like on day probably 1, today even probably 5. So I could just literally move it with the assistance of the strap. And then for the last 3 days, I could probably move it just a tiny bit like that, but it was really hurting my knee. So today I woke up and that is how far it's moving now. And if you can tell, I'm not bending into the knee. The leg is straight. And it's totally amazing. So really, really, really pleased about it. So the moral of the story is, do not get discouraged if you struggle with any movement. It doesn't mean that it's the recovery movement. Maybe you're trying to achieve like a yoga pose or a Pilates pose, or like you're trying to touch your toes, improve your flexibility. It all takes time, and it's not like it happened overnight. I'm sure it has been the result of the last what was it, 10 days now after the op, of me moving the leg and doing all the exercises. So the progress doesn't happen overnight, but when you get your body, your muscles, your tissues to the stage where it's ready to perform at its exceptional level, then magic happens. Okay, and I shall, well, you'll see me back on here soon.